Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm getting my whole family together and we're heading to Costco as well as Walmart for our beginning of the month grocery haul. I was planning to do a little shop with me to film with you guys. However, the stores were absolutely crazy. So we got what we needed. Pizza! Of course, we had to stop for a little lunch on our way out and headed home to unload the car. One very full car later, we're out of here.
I got the heavy things. I bought cheese from the store.
I've started grocery shopping a little bit differently at the beginning of 2022. I do one big grocery haul at the beginning of the month and then set a small budget aside weekly for anything I need to replenish. That means I do a lot of meal planning at the beginning of the month so I know what I need to buy, as well as checking through my pantry inventory before I head to the store. Okay guys, we are home from Costco. We have everything we need from Costco for our beginning of the month stock up. So let's get into the haul, but also make sure you hang tight because I'm also gonna be sharing with you guys the last few things we picked up from Walmart. Let's take a look at all of the staples as well as new items I found to stock us up for the beginning of our month. First up, I love grabbing these Taylor Farms large bag salads at Costco. We will probably use this for dinner either tonight or tomorrow night, toss some chicken with it. This is a really large family size bag, so we normally get anywhere from 4 to 6 servings out of it, depending if we're doing it as an entree salad or a side salad. So when I pick these up, I make sure we have it for dinner one of the first nights, and the rest of it, I love that they come with 2 separate packages for the dressing. So I'll reserve the half that we don't eat and the dressing packet, put them aside in the fridge, and we'll use the rest for lunch prep this week. Then I picked up a large bag of fresh broccoli. Similarly, one of the other meals we're gonna do this weekend is some salmon with broccoli and rice. So I'm just gonna roast up probably half of this bag in the oven or air fryer, and the rest I'll portion out and put some away in the freezer, and some I'll leave to the side as just fresh broccoli to have with some dip this week for snacking on. For fruit, we always pick up 1 or 2 of their 2-pound packs of strawberries. I got 2 different brands this time because these are a really good size for Lila to snack on and bring to school or have with other meals. These ones I thought were perfect. They're a little bit bigger, but they looked so fresh and juicy. I thought these would be perfect to dip in some chocolate for Valentine's Day as a little special treat for the family. We also grabbed a 3-pound pack of red grapes. Since this is our beginning of the month haul, we truly restocked on a lot of our staples that we only sometimes use in the fridge and freezer. But it's been a number of months since I picked up a lot of these things, so we were just due to kind of restock. First up, I got a 4-box of butter pack. This is just salted sweet cream butter. We use this mostly when we do baking. It's been a long time since I picked up any butter, since way before the holidays, probably around Thanksgiving. So I will automatically put 3 of these in our freezer and 1 in our fridge to slowly get used up. Same with cream cheese. Normally I just buy cream cheese in single or 2 single bricks from like a Walmart, and I get the 3rd less fat ones, but they don't tend to carry the 3rd less fat varieties at Costco. And this month, another reason for a lot of the bulk buying of some of these things is because I'm gonna be starting to do freezer prep for baby Jansen. We are pregnant with baby number 2, who is due in early May. I just entered my 3rd trimester, so slowly but surely I'm gonna start doing some freezer prep of meals. I did that with Lila and it was so helpful in postpartum just to have some things easy and ready to go in the freezer. So I'm sure I will have a new series up on my channel sharing a bunch of fun, healthy freezer meal preps, but a number of them call for some cream cheese, so I just picked up a large box. We also grabbed this 4-pack of frozen cheese pizzas from Kirkland. These are so good and they are easy to just pop in the oven for a quick family lunch on the weekend. You get a pretty good portion of pizza on this, about 1/4 of a pizza for 10 points on the WW Personal Points plan, which I don't think is too bad. A lot of times too, to bulk up that 1/4 of a pizza, Josh and I love to throw some fresh veggies on top and then put it in the oven. So we have a veggie pizza. Sometimes Josh will put some turkey pepperoni on his slices. So you can really customize this. We can put 1 pizza in the oven for the family, and just like kind of in quarters, we'll leave a section plain cheese for Lila. I'll throw some veggies on my section, and Josh will supreme pizza his up with veggies and turkey pepperoni. I was so happy to find this vegetable melange mix. I hadn't seen it the last 2 times I was at Costco, but it is one of my favorite veg mixes they carry. It is such a great variety of different veggies. These taste phenomenal in the air fryer. The veggies are nice and soft and well cooked through, but on the outside they crisp up. And because they're fire roasted before freezing, they have that great char flavor. Can we say cheese, please? We restocked our cheese. We just finished off the last of our sharp cheddar cheese we picked up at the beginning of last month. Depending on what recipes I make during the month, we either will go through one of these double packs in a month, or sometimes they'll last closer to 6 weeks to 2 months. It just kind of depends. I know I have some butternut squash mac and cheese on my recipe list for this month. It's one of our favorites, but it does use up a good amount of cheese. So anyway, we have this double pack of sharp cheddar, and then I have a double pack of the mozzarella cheese. Again, I'm also meal prepping for baby, so a lot of this will be used to make some like baked ziti pans and things like that. And more cheese. We just ran out of Baby Bells, and Lila has really loved taking these in her lunchbox lately. So we grabbed another bag of these. These last us forever. I mean, we do all love snacking on them, but this is a huge bag. You definitely get your bang for your buck at Costco when you buy your Baby Bells. I feel like the other stores carry such small packages of them that we constantly are running out, but when I get these at Costco, they normally last our family at least 2 months. These are also one of my favorite evening snacks, just to have a little bit of protein before I go to bed. It helps me not wake up as hungry first thing in the morning, and it's not something like a sweet or dessert that's gonna give me pregnancy-related heartburn overnight. So these are definitely necessary right now in our house. And then I also picked up some smoked Gouda. I had Josh pick out a kind of cheese we wanted to bring home because, again, with this, sometimes we'll use these, sometimes we'll use some other sliced cheese and just make up a little like cheese cracker and fruit plate at night instead of dessert. That's something we've really been loving doing, especially like when we sit down to watch one of our shows at night together, is just to make up a fun little fruit and cheese plate. This is a new item we found, and it was actually on special today, the organic cauliflower bites. These, I can already tell, are gonna be so good in the air fryer. We did taste test these in store. They were one of the testers out today, and they very much so have like a cheesy tater tot consistency. They do have a little bit of bite to them and texture. They're not too gooey, but you really taste that cheddar cheese in there, and you get some good cauliflower. These are gonna be a great side with dinners, I can tell. We did pick up some more salsa. We love having this just available to have as snacking with chips or our taco nights. But I also really love adding salsa to eggs, and I am doing a couple different little breakfast preps this month for before baby. So I might use some of the salsa in there as well. We restocked on our Mission soft tortillas. These are regular tortillas. I do pick up the low carb ones at Walmart that I personally still use, but I always get these for Lila and Josh. We have a double pack of the Artisano bread from Sara Lee. That's our favorite sandwich bread. We'll use it for toast, or I use these to make Lila's peanut butter jelly sandwiches for school. Just a nice soft white bread. We still had about 2 packages of our organic pasta left from last month's haul, but because I already knew I'm doing the butternut squash mac and cheese and I have a pasta salad on the list for another time this month, we knew just to go ahead and stock up on another 6-pack, so that way we have some on hand if we need a quick pasta night this month as well. I did not pick up any pasta sauce with the pasta because I have a bunch of plain canned tomato sauce that I can use to make my own 0-point marinara for a night we want a quick pasta dish. And of course we had some fun stuff since my husband and daughter were with me today. They picked out a couple fun things. Cheetos, which this is just, I don't even know guys. That's an absolutely massive bag of Cheetos. Again, in pregnancy, I have a lot more lenience with my points. I get a lot more points a day. So if I want a little handful of these with lunch, that's fine. But also Josh and Lila will snack on them as well. To be honest though, every time we buy a bag of chips from Costco, it takes us so long to eat them. I'm a little bit worried they're gonna go stale before we finish them. So we don't usually buy a ton of like snacky stuff all month long. So we have these, we have some crackers and granola bars still in our pantry. So we didn't really have any other snacks we were stocking up on this week. So it was a little splurge. Same with the croissants. Josh went to the bakery. All of a sudden I turned around, looked in our cart, and there were croissants. I'm not really mad about it. I love croissants. These are so good. Popped in the air fryer for a fun special treat breakfast. I was also thinking these would be really fun to make into some breakfast sandwiches to put in the freezer. And then we always have these organic applesauce pouches on hand for Lila. She loves to have these as a side with dinner, or they're easy to throw in her lunchbox for school. I have also used these in a pinch since these are unsweetened applesauce whenever I run out of my large jar of it, which I use for baking, because you can swap out any oil in your recipes for unsweetened applesauce as a fun 0-point swap option for oil when you're baking with WW. So when I'm in a pinch and I don't have like my large jar of it left, I'll take some pouches and use those for baking too. So now onto the non-food items. I restocked some of our Cascade dish detergent for our dishwasher. This was a great deal today. They had it on special, and this large size bottle only was like $6.99, and that's like normally how much I pay for a bottle at least half this size at Target. I also loaded up on some of the Kirkland Ultra Clean Free and Clear laundry detergent. I need to start washing some of the baby clothes, which I always buy Free and Clear for, although I usually use this for our family as well because sometimes Lila has sensitive skin. We needed our monthly restock on paper towel as well as some toilet paper bath tissue. And then finally, this was a fun find. Josh and I have been talking about replacing our air fryer for a while. Our current air fryer, it still works, but it's fairly small, and so many times when I make dinner, I have to run one item in it, take it out, and then run a second item, whether it's our main and then our side dish. And then by then, sometimes we feel like our main dish is cold by the time the side dish cooks. So this was really cool. This was on sale today. It was under $50 for this 7-quart digital air fryer. I loved the digital screen on it. It also has an ability to do 2 things at once. So you have your crisper layer, which sits in the bottom of the basket, which you can lay things in. And then there's a rack that you can add on top if you wanted to add something else. So you could lay a row of like chopped Brussels sprouts on the bottom to crisp, and then on the rack put some salmon or some chicken and cook your whole dinner or multiple things all at once. Here's a little more of the specifics on it. 7 quarts, 6.7 liter basket. So it's not terribly huge, but it's bigger than the one we currently have. That was my big thing, is I was like, how can we find one that's a little bigger than what we have, but not take up more space? So this one, it has a great tall profile, and it's not gonna take up any more space than, I don't know if you guys can see, that's our air fryer tucked in the corner over there. It won't take up too much more space than that. It'll fit in our little nook. It has a convenient cord storage, non-stick for easy washing. The angled touchscreen means it's easy to see the display when you're using it. It had a dehydrate function, which I think is super cool to make kale chips or beef jerky, so we'll try out some of those things. I think this will be really fun to try and do like apple chips or other fruit chips with Lila as a fun, healthy snack. So I'm excited to try this out, and that means you guys know some new air fryer recipe videos are coming on the channel. That's everything I got from Costco today for our beginning of the month haul. Now let's take a peek at what I stocked up on at Walmart to round out the things we need for the month. So it's actually the next day. Yesterday we did the beginning of the month haul with Costco. Today I continued that haul with a few things from Walmart. Just some things I know that I don't need in mass quantities or to buy in bulk. I always have to do a second stop when I'm doing a beginning of the month stock up that includes Costco. So this time around we're doing Walmart to balance out what we need for this coming week's recipes, as well as another couple things that'll last us probably about halfway through the month before I need to restock them again. So here's a little look at what I picked up at Walmart this morning. So we don't have a ton of dry storage in this house with our pantry, so I don't do bulk stocking on flour and sugar. Normally these last me a pretty long time. I just got kind of an average size bag of each of them, a 5-pound bag of flour, as well as a 4-pound bag of sugar, and I'll just use these to restock my canisters over there, and then whatever I've left over will go in the pantry. But Lila and I do love to bake, so I like to be stocked with things in the house. I grabbed a butternut squash because I'm gonna be making butternut squash mac and cheese this week. It's one of Lila's absolute favorites. I love that it's like a homey, family favorite comfort food with being mac and cheese, but we get a good serving of veggies in with it. I've actually shared this recipe a few times before, so I will make sure to link in the description box below one of the videos where I walk you guys through how I make my butternut squash mac and cheese. But it really is one of our family favorites, and we haven't made it in a while, so we're gonna make that this week. And then I have all my tomatillos, jalapeno, and poblano pepper because I'm gonna be doing a pork chili verde this week. Both of those dishes are gonna make a fair amount quantity-wise, so we'll be using the leftovers as our meal prep as well for this week for lunches and things like that. But this is another good one, and I will link this. I think I have one video where I share both of those recipes, so I'll link that video in the description box below. But these are tomatillos. They kind of look like a green tomato, but they have a little skin on them that you remove. I basically chop these up. I chop up the peppers. I typically take most of the seeds out because we don't like it too spicy, but I put them all on a sheet pan to roast in the oven, and then they go in the blender to make a really delicious salsa verde sauce. We're gonna be mixing that sauce with some of the smoked pork I have left in my freezer from one of the times my husband did a meat prep on our smoker outside. He will normally do that maybe once every other month or so. In the winter, a little bit less because it's harder to use the smoker outside when it's cold, but we still have a 2-pound package of shredded smoked pork that's already cooked, ready to go in our freezer. So I'm gonna pull that out to thaw this week. We're gonna use a good portion of it in the chili verde. The rest of it we'll use for maybe like a taco night or to do some barbecue pork sandwiches with. I also grabbed a package of bell peppers. I have a bunch of hummus left over from the other week, so I'll be using that to dip for snacks. Some other snacking veggies I picked up are some sugar snap peas and some petite sweet carrots. Lila loves both of these, and I'll a lot of times add these to her lunchbox with hummus. I also have a large bag of the large carrots because I personally like the way the large carrots taste over the prepped baby carrots. These are just easy for Lila to eat. They're the right size and texture for her to take decent bites of. These I will probably chop down into like rustic cut carrot sticks and have them prepped either for myself for dipping with hummus or to be able to be thrown in the air fryer to make some quick roasted carrots as a side dish with dinners. You guys saw yesterday at Costco, I picked up a ton of strawberries and grapes, but they had some really good looking raspberries today at Walmart, so I grabbed a package of those. I grabbed 2 avocados. These need a while to ripen yet, but these will be a really great topper to add on the pork chili verde, along with a little plain non-fat Greek yogurt in place of sour cream and a little cheese. That'll be a great comfort dish. It's also a really fun alternative. I know Super Bowl is coming up, and a lot of people love to do chili. We love doing chili too for the Super Bowl. I love my rainbow turkey chili, but if you're looking for something similar but to mix it up for something different, a pork chili verde is such a great alternative, and it's so tasty and a little bit different. I also grabbed a bulb of garlic. You guys know I'm normally a stan for my minced garlic that I get at Trader Joe's, but when I'm doing something like this where I'm roasting a bunch of veggies in the oven, I love to have just cloves of garlic that I can roast right on the sheet pan because it gives such a great aroma and flavor to everything. Green onions to use for a recipe, as well as a cucumber to slice up for veggies. This pregnancy, I have been really into just like briny, salty foods, so I've been really into olives. I grabbed some more black olives as well as some green olives. I also grabbed 2 cans of pineapple. They had some fresh pineapples at the store, but they were expensive because we're out of season and none of them looked that great. I have some cottage cheese left over, and that's one of my favorite quick, easy breakfast is some cottage cheese with pineapple. One more frozen item I picked up at Walmart today is these golden tater tots. Lila loves tater tots. They're a great side dish for her. I also picked up a gallon of 2% milk, as well as a handful of some of these Light and Fit yogurts. These are our favorite kind of yogurt. They do come in like 4 or 6 packs sometimes, but then they're all one flavor, and we kind of like to mix it up throughout the week. So I love that at Walmart you can get a bunch of the different flavors as singles, and they're $1 each. So I grabbed some of the strawberry cheesecake. My husband's favorite is the key lime. And then one of my other favorites is the creme brulee. These are all super good with some fruit on top, either for breakfast or a fun little dessert. Toss some chocolate chips in there and it's super yummy. We obviously love yogurt in this house. Lila loves just vanilla yogurt. So I get the Light and Fit Greek in vanilla, and she'll eat this a lot of times with blueberries for breakfast in the morning. And then a carton of 18 eggs. This I'll have to repurchase almost every week. We go through a ton of eggs in this house. So that is my little restock from Walmart. This morning I prepped all of our fruit. I have it drying in colanders after I rinsed it with cold water and vinegar. And once they're completely dry, they'll go in my favorite red produce saver bins. So that is it for my beginning of the month stock up on groceries. I spent right around $300 at Costco, but that included the new air fryer we bought for $50, which I don't really consider groceries, so more like $250 on groceries at Costco. And then this little haul from Walmart came in right around $40. So I'm actually just under $300 to start my month with. I usually do $500 for the month is kind of where we've been sitting for our grocery budget. If I can do less than that, I will. And then any budget we don't use for the month, we've been using to kind of get ahead on stocking up on baby stuff, starting to grab some packs of diapers and wipes and other baby gear. So that's where I ended on today's grocery haul. I hope you guys enjoyed following along my grocery restock for the month. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed it. hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on my next video. And if you want to see my review of my brand new air fryer, today I'm actually filming a what I eat in a day while pregnant on WW as well. So check that video out if you want to see my new air fryer and a fun recipe. And until next time, bye.
I always do.